We're live.
What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with the who knows what week this is. This is any week, in between week, purgatory week, Stay Cashin edition. I am joined by Bill Rupp, Evan Hand, and Brian Healy. Healy, what up, motherfucker?
Not too much. I think it's called the Pro Bowl edition, right? Or are we on Pro Bowl week, the week in between? It's a meaningless week in the NFL as we've been tracking this show, but not much going on here.
I will never refer to this as Pro Bowl week. I fucking hate the Pro Bowl, and I'm fucking ready to snap. We had a bad women's college basketball loss, Bill. That just was the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen.
I've got nothing to say about it. I mean, just saying.
Yeah, that was the most ridiculous ending to a game I've ever seen in my entire life. Evan Hand, how you doing, brother?
Doing well. We're if we get to 150 likes, we'll do a giveaway. So I'll be doing even better if we're at 150.
These guys don't click the like button, Evan. You know that. That takes too much effort for millennials. You
Takes
know that.
not even 3 seconds, not even 2 seconds.
Which is a lot for a millennial. You know that.
Unbelievable.
That's a lot to ask. A lot to ask. So, a lot going on in the sports world today. The Brady lead got buried by Flores. So I guess we should talk about Brady first, as to not bury the real lead that's going on in the NFL. Brian Healy, we spoke a little bit about it on Monday. What's your take? You weren't here on Monday. So what is your take on the whole Brady situation? Were you expecting this? Did you think this was coming? Who do you think's the heir apparent over there? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I certainly didn't think, like I wasn't expecting this, 2 weeks ago. However, I kind of got some sources that indicated to me late last week, before Schefter leaked it, that news was coming and it was going to be reported on Tuesday. So when the Schefter bomb dropped, I was caught a little off guard, and then there was some backpedaling, and then ultimately Tuesday Brady did announce.
Are you saying that you have sources closer to Tom Brady than Adam Schefter?
Potentially.
All right. Right.
Yeah.
I never know if Healy's being serious or not. So
potentially. Source Schefter contacted said source.
Ooh. I'm very excited. Are you gonna elaborate here or no? Or are you just gonna leave us in
No, we'll leave it at that.
Oh,
but I'm totally shocked. I was never a Brady fan per se, but certainly appreciated, respected what he did. Will go down thus far in my lifetime as the greatest quarterback I've ever seen.
And I completely disagree, but you are entitled to your opinion along with everyone else in the free world. Bill Rupp, Brady situation. Is Garoppolo going to replace him? That's what they're talking about right now. I think Garoppolo has the lowest odds.
My sources said Brady was going to retire weeks ago, and my sources were right.
You did say that.
I called it weeks ago. I said he was done, and he was done. I mean, doesn't really matter. I don't give a fuck who replaces him, Garoppolo, whatever. I mean, let's just get it done with. Let's get the season started again. I'm ready for NFL again because it looks like baseball is going to be postponed. Like I said,
what are you talking
Tommy said, don't worry, and talks are stalling.
No, Bill, it's fucking February 2nd.
And pitchers and catchers should be reporting in a week.
No, that they're not going to report. I told you
no
this.
No shit. Not now.
Bro, they don't want to report anyway. I told you this the whole time. Dude, Bill, you do this every time.
All right. So baseball season will be postponed, guys.
Nothing, Matt. You haven't been right on one thing like this ever. Nothing will happen until March. Deals don't get done till deadlines.
And then it'll be too late.
No, too late for what? Fucking 2 weeks of pitchers and catchers, and they're on the field?
Pitchers won't be warmed up. They won't be ready.
$5,000. $5,000. There's baseball in April.
No,
$5,000. There's baseball in April.
It's supposed to be that day.
$5,000. There's baseball in April.
The opening day that's scheduled now.
$5,000. Baseball is played in April. You just said this is going to be postponed.
The scheduled opening day.
No, baseball in April. I said there's going to be a week or two.
It could be April 30th. That's bullshit.
You just said the season's going to be postponed.
I said it could be postponed 2 weeks.
No, you said it's going to be postponed.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I said it could be.
Dude, no one cares about 2 weeks. Baseball's a month. Baseball's 2 months too long anyway.
I care.
Healy, didn't he just say baseball season's going to be postponed?
2 weeks, I said.
He didn't give a time parameter around.
He did not. Now he is.
Said 2 weeks.
Bill, no one cares about baseball being 2 weeks late.
Okay.
No, literally no one. That doesn't affect
Everything you're saying, I was right. It's going to be postponed. You said it
No,
wasn't.
you said saying it's, dude, you're using the wrong word. Postponed means it's done for the season.
It's going to be delayed.
That's a much different word than postponed. So use the right word.
No, the start of the season will be postponed.
No, the start of the season will be delayed.
Okay.
Yes. Postponed means done, not being played. So no, and I don't even know if it'll be delayed, but there will be baseball. There will be baseball in April. Right.
Postponed means it's going to start at a different time than it was originally supposed to start. So don't think that you're a fucking English major and try to talk to me like that, you moron. You're
really?
Wrong.
Season, if the baseball season is, if the baseball season is postponed, that means
or arrange for something to take place at a time later than first scheduled.
That is not what postponed means.
It can be scheduled for today, and they can do it tomorrow.
If they postpone the baseball season, that means it's canceled.
No, it doesn't. Oh my God.
Yeah, yes, it does.
From last show, when you were an idiot, to this show, you were an idiot. This is 2 shows in a row where you're a complete.
But you're saying delayed and postponed mean the same thing. You said the season, time out. Ready, idiot? You said the season will be postponed, which means this season will be played at a later date, 2023.
Yes,
you talked about
a later date could be tomorrow.
Listen, if you said the start of this season will be postponed, that's different. You said the season, the entity, which is supposed to take place in 2022, will be postponed, which means the season of 2022.
No, he's trying to get him. He's trying to get out of it, guys. See what he's doing? See what he's doing? He knows he's wrong.
Go ahead.
He knows he's wrong.
Go on, Evan.
Out of it. Now he's talking about the season.
You said the season's going to be postponed.
Oh, my God.
You didn't say opening day is going to be postponed.
The start of it? Oh, shut up.
No, that's different, dude. Bill. If you said the start of the season is going to be postponed, that's different. You said the MLB season is going to be postponed.
See, now he's fucking trying to make
Bill,
it.
if I say the Yankee game is postponed, that means the Yankee game doesn't play today.
Yeah, it can be played tomorrow.
Yeah, but that means it's next year. Seasons are by year. So if the season got postponed, it's playing next year. The opening day can get postponed. The season can't get postponed and still play.
The start of the season is postponed.
That is not what you said. You said the MLB season is going to be.
You knew exactly what I was talking about. Now you're trying to finagle your way out of it because you didn't know what postponed meant.
Why would I fight you if I knew what you were talking about?
Because you didn't know what the word meant.
I do know what the word means, and if you say the season's postponed, then the season's gone. And the season will be played next year, the year later, which means it's done.
All right, you're wrong again. 2 in a row.
How am I wrong? Evan, what were you going to
say? Postpone and delay are synonyms of each other.
So, Tommy's wrong again.
No, this season is not being postponed.
Now he's talking about the season. Now because he's trying
to
work his way out of it. Tommy, the season will be postponed. The start of the season.
Okay, how about we do this? Bill, do we both agree that baseball will be played in April?
Honestly, I don't know.
Well, take a stand. You want to scream out of your lungs, you're going to bring it back up in a month. I want a hard stand. I want a hard stand right now.
I'll tell you right now, whatever opening day date is it March 30th or whatever the day is, that will not be the opening day.
When will baseball be played?
I don't know. It could be a day later. It could be a month later.
I want you on record. I want you on record right now for the start of the MLB season.
So I get a whole range of time, but you only get like one section.
I'm just saying I'm saying it's going to be played in April.
Oh, so you get the whole month.
And you could agree with me, and then you get the whole month too. But you don't fucking know. You're just going to say whatever happens.
You don't know either.
You called it. I do know. It's being played in April. I know we're going to have baseball in April. That's what I know. If you don't think so, then you could take the other side. If you do think so, then what
I know and I think is the start of the season won't be scheduled as it is right now.
Okay, so you're basically taking
the start of the Major League season will be postponed.
Okay, so you're making fun of me for taking the month of April as when it's going to be played. Meanwhile, you're taking one day. So if it doesn't happen on that one day, all other 365 days, you get 364 days.
Well, obviously, Tommy, they wouldn't.
You get 364 of the 365 days, and I'm taking a big
Obviously, if it's supposed to start March 30th And then they're going to be like, oh, no, we're not starting till April 1st. That's not happening. So it's going to be a chunk of time.
It's not going to be a chunk of time. It's not going to be a chunk of time. Baseball season will start within 2 weeks of the opening day.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easy. They're not even fighting over anything. How did we get there? What did we start talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know. As far as the Garoppolo thing, why is everyone talking about how great teams will be with Garoppolo, Haley? Like they're like, oh, he'd be a great fit for the Steelers. He'd be a great fit for the Bucks. Like he'd be a great fit as a backup somewhere, in my opinion.
Yeah, I completely agree. He's not he's probably a bottom third starting quarterback in the NFL. He's certainly not going to make a team any better.
I don't fucking understand it.
No, I agree. It's
like as us being fans of any of our teams. Healy, who's your team? Eagles. They have a shitty quarterback. Bills, Atlanta. Matt Ryan's fucking on his way out. I'm a Jets fan, and Evan, you're a Jets fan. If we didn't have Zach Wilson, would any of you want Jimmy Garoppolo?
No.
So what the fuck are they talking about? Like anyone cares where he's going? It makes no sense, Joe. So does Brady ever play football again? Does Brady leave for a year and then come back?
No.
I don't think he leaves for a year and comes back. If he's going to come back, it would be playing next season.
What do you think the odds are that we see Brady on a football field again?
Probably plus 240.
That low?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought it'd be like plus 1,000. Bill, what are the odds we see Brady on a football field again?
Well, I mean, hopefully for that guy who has the football that was thrown into the stands again by fucking dumbass.
He's a fucking idiot.
I mean, it's insane that they just. Hopefully that guy sells the football then. If Healy's right, hopefully the guy sells it and makes, $250,000, $500,000. Because if Brady comes back, that's not his last touchdown pass.
You guys, Evan, do you know that story? What happened with that?
No.
Mike Evans, who's been doing this all fucking year, taking footballs and throwing them into the stands. He threw Brady's 600th touchdown into the stands, every big ball. Mike Evans has actually thrown into the stands. The last touchdown that Brady threw in the playoff game before they got eliminated, Mike Evans threw it in the stands. So it's literally Tom Brady's last touchdown pass ever. Mike Evans threw in the fucking stands, and there was no camera even that panned up. Like on the live broadcast, he threw it up into the stands, and then they panned over to Brady. And that's it. So some dude's walking around with like a fucking $750,000 football right now.
Dude, and Brady gave like $50,000 to that other fan that he threw the ball to.
Yeah, I mean,
He gave him a Bitcoin or something.
Yeah.
What would you do? And me and Bill were talking about it last night. What would you do if you had the Brady football right now, and you knew you can get in touch with Brady? What would you want? What would you do?
I'd definitely make that public. He'll pay for that. I'll make it public.
Make it public? Healy?
Or sell it on eBay.
What would you want?
Oh, at least 100. At least 100.
Healy?
100K?
Yes.
Oh, no, it'd be minimum million.
Not
minimum.
Oh, Healy went up top on you. Minimum million. Bill?
Like we said, I think I'd want Brady to come hang out with me for like a day. I want him to come out, hang out, and you don't have to give me, maybe you don't have to give me money. You come here, you hang out, we talk sports, we watch a game, you sign some other shit I have, maybe he wants to sign my chest or something. Who knows?
That's a good
sign
thing.
my bad knee. I mean, whatever he wants to sign, I'll let him sign, and then we hang out. Maybe we'll do a fucking Stay Cashin together. Who knows? Or, Rupp and Rackets will be Rupp and Brady.
And I love how Bill thinks Brady's going to go to his house.
Come
here.
If he
watch the game with me. If
he wants his ball, he's coming to Bloomfield. I ain't going to fucking Foxborough.
Like Tom Brady's going to fucking
wherever
find
the fuck he lives.
Bloomfield.
Where's he live? Tampa? Where's he have his house? Derek Jeter's house? Is he still renting Jeter's house down there?
Tom Brady's going to be sitting on the couch behind Bill over there with that fucking dog hair blanket fucking watching fucking football.
Me, Jenna, and Brady hanging out.
Yeah, Brady fucking gets bit by Bill's fucking pit bull.
So we're doing Stay Cashin. Brady will be sitting right there.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's up, Tommy G?
Yeah, that's what I want. But no, I would be similar to the thought process of Bill. where I would call Brady and I would tell him that I want to hang out, watch football with him. So I'll give him the ball. Here, ball's yours. I just want to fly out, watch a game with you. That's it. And that would be it, because I feel confident enough that my networking ability and I can make a good enough impression that I could get him to send a tweet for 4 deep, which will be worth millions if Tom Brady can endorse us on Twitter. I could maybe even become friends with him. Who knows? Maybe I end up doing a podcast with him. You never know. But it's got to be bigger than a quick hit of money. You got an opportunity to be friends with Tom Brady. So I would say, listen, Tom, all I want to do is just watch a game with you, and the ball's yours. That's it.
The thing is there was 2 balls thrown into the stands that day. One from Leonard Fournette on the last touchdown, and one from Evans on the Brady touchdown. So you either have a ball worth $500,000 or $500.
Quite a difference. That's quite a difference.
Knowing my luck, I'd have the $500 ball.
Yeah. So Healy, that's it. Just $1 million for Healy. Evan at 100,000, and Tom and Bill want to watch football with Brady. Final answers.
I mean, if strictly financial, it would be minimum floor price would have to be $1 million.
I mean, I agree with that. I mean, if I was going strictly the money route, then yeah, I'd be at $1 million, and you could kiss my ass. I'll just hold on to it.
I mean, I'm not selling it for a Bitcoin, that's for sure.
Yeah, and the other thing about it too is that I can make an easy case along with Evan, where they're like, oh, you got to do what's right. It's like, no, fuck that. I'm a Jets fan. I hate this motherfucker. Yeah. Like, I can make that stand. I could be like the greatest Jets. I could be like the greatest.
I'd be like, you know what? Get Brady. I'll give you the ball, but get Matt Ryan to come sit on the couch with me first and hang out with me.
You'd rather hang out with Matt Ryan than Tom Brady?
Well, no, both of them. Well, Matt Ryan and Tom. Matt could sit there, and then Tom could sit there.
I'd rather have Cordell Patterson than fucking Matt Ryan. I love how he's got their seating arrangements already thought out. Mm-hmm. You've thought about this a lot, haven't you, Bill?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Do you sit between them?
No, I'm going to sit in this chair.
Oh, so you sit like away from them?
Yeah.
Like kind of above them on a higher plane?
Yeah, they're down there. They're over there, sitting over there.
To show dominance?
Hanging out. And then we're watching the game.
You're going to make them look up to you when they talk
to you? And then, someone scores, we're like, let's go! High five.
That's going to be a Photoshop.
Oh, my God. All right. So, Brian Flores. The Brian Flores situation is the funniest situation in the history of the world right now. And me and Bill were talking about it today. How about this for a hot take? And I'm going to let Bill Rupp take it from here after the first one, and then I'll come back in. Everyone needs to stop talking about Brian Flores being fired because he's black. Because guess what? Brian Flores ain't black. Bill Rupp.
This morning I was thinking about it, and I looked and I said, Flores. It doesn't really sound like an African-American name. And it means flowers in Spanish, right? Flores, flowers. And then I look into it, and both of his parents are from Honduras. And Honduras is in South America, and Honduras is a Spanish country.
Honduras is Central America, and just to before Bill butchers the geography, geography portion.
Geography, yeah.
Honduras is located between Guatemala, El Salvador, and Nicaragua, and that's where both of his parents are from.
Yeah, and he's not black. He's not African American.
No, he's not. He's not.
He would be of the Spanish ethnicity.
He is Honduran, which is not African American.
Yes, he's not.
In fact, in the whole country of Honduras, there's only 1% African Americans in the whole country.
So,
yeah.
Really?
So he's not fucking black.
What?
Healy?
So I was not aware. I didn't dig into it.
No one did.
Is the Rooney Rule specific? Does it?
No. Listen, it's still minority. You can still make the case for minority coaches and all that. That's fine. But stop calling Brian Flores black. Brian Flores is not black. He is not a black coach. He is a Latino coach. He's a Central American coach. He's Honduran. Both his parents are from Honduras. Yes, it does mean they're not black. He's Honduran. He's not black. I'm Italian. I'm not black. It doesn't matter if we have 10% sub-Saharan African DNA like Italian Sicilians do. I'm not black. Brian Flores is not black. He's Spanish. Stop fucking making excuses for it in the chat. It doesn't mean he's not black. Yes, it does. His parents are Honduran. Honduras is in Central
I
America.
mean, go to any
Not
Spanish,
fucking black.
Go down neck north. Go to Portuguese. Go anywhere. Ask them if
Yeah.
they're black. Don't fucking punch in the face.
Yeah.
No black. I know black.
Yeah. Go to prison. Start calling dark Latino people black.
Yeah.
Watch what happens to you.
In prison, they know pretty goddamn well who's black and who's not.
Yeah. And trust me, there's a lot of really dark Spanish people and there's a lot of really light black people. The color of your skin does not make you your ethnicity. He is Honduran.
And when you go to look at the Honduran people, some of them are light skinned like me.
Yep,
some of them are
black like Flores.
Me, and some of them look like him. So, I mean,
it's not black. Evan?
I mean, I think he's more upset about the principle, though.
Oh, yeah, no, but that's not what they're talking about. He's
yeah, but
Central
that's
American.
not, yeah, that's, yeah, of course, that's the principle, but them calling him black and him not getting a job because he's African-American, and there's only, they keep saying there's only one
He's not
black
African-American. Yeah, he's not African-American.
He's not.
He's Honduran. End of story. So the fact that they're pushing this narrative is just hysterical that no one wants to do the research. No one wants to do the research to even identify that he's Honduran. Both his parents are Honduran. He is from Honduras. Neither of his parents are descendants of Africa. So he's not African-American. How about that? How about that's something you just get here and nowhere else? As for the firing, though, I will say this. I went on a huge rant about how it was the worst firing I've ever seen. And it's the one time where you can play the race card, and you can play the race card, which I do agree with. But the problem is now, if I was an owner, I wouldn't hire him. I was all in. I was going to hire him 100%. I think his coaching ability is fantastic. I think he's a star in the making. I love that he's got strong discipline. I wouldn't hire him right now, though. I don't hire rats. Anyone who wants to come out and start ratting and giving up texts from Belichick and fucking texts even though I agree with what he's saying, and I do agree he should take this stand. I do. Me as an owner, I know there's going to be conversations that go on with any of my coaches that are going to be a little gray area. You know, obviously we know that they offered him $100,000 to tank the games. Every team does that. I want to know that in my conversations with my coach are staying in this room. And if we're talking about some shady shit, some stuff that's kind of fringe, if I start talking shit on some, you know, let's say I'm in a meeting room and Trevor Lawrence is on the board and I go, fucking Trevor Lawrence, piece of shit, dude. I don't want that fucking scumbag on my team. He's garbage. He's going to be a terrible NFL quarterback. I don't want to know that my coach could leave and start spreading the rumors that Tommy said that Trevor Lawrence is a bag of shit, or Tommy said that. I feel like everything he was doing is right, except when he starts fucking ratting on the owners, which is great. He should do it. But I now wouldn't hire him. I don't want someone like that on my staff who I know our private meetings could leak out. Healy, that's just where I stand.
No, that certainly, I think, will cause hesitation for anyone to bring him in and hire. It's just a matter of, you know, what kind of quality coach you're looking for. You know, I'm sure different owners have different relationships with their coaches. They're much more hands-on versus others might not be as engaged. So I think, but much more hesitation for anyone to bring him in right now. I saw he also noted that even if he gets hired, he's going to keep his case against the NFL. So interesting stand there for himself.
Yeah, Bill.
I mean, it just if he gets hired by the Texans, I mean, he still has his lawsuit. It kind of defeats the whole purpose. I mean, for him, I mean, it kind of looks stupid. It's going to be hard to win in a court of law when you do have the job and you did have a job. I mean, it's a tough case all around.
You know, it's not a tough case. Identifying that Brian Flores is racist. How do you feel about that? I watched, me and Bill were talking about it. I said it yesterday. Bill said it today. I watched 3 TV shows for the man fighting for black rights with 2 white lawyers on stage with him. Did he feel there was no competent black lawyers that could represent him? Why are his lawyers white?
Or did he get the best person for the job?
Why are his lawyers white? Seems to be holding the African-American or Latino community down by bringing out white lawyers, isn't he? No one's got a problem with that? Wouldn't it be a great stand for someone who's trying to move forward for racial justice to go out and bring on African-American attorneys? amazing how he's bitching about old white men, yet he's got 2 old white guys representing him. Seems kind of racist to me. What do you guys think?
I mean, me personally, this is his life. This is his whole life. He's got kids. You want the best person in the world that you could get representing you.
Listen.
If I'm going to prison for the rest of my life, I don't give a fuck if you're black, white.
Shouldn't he have interviewed at least 3? Shouldn't he have interviewed at least 2 black lawyers before choosing his white lawyers?
He's making this stance. He should have. I believe that.
How do you not have a black lawyer? How do you fight this case without a black lawyer? It's the same thing. We're saying that NFL coaches need to bring on black coaches. This guy's saying there's not enough black representation in the NFL, and he has an opportunity to make a lawyer millions of dollars, plenty of notoriety, put it out there, and he hires 2 old white guys? Seems racist. Really?
I'd imagine he hired the best people that he knew of.
But why can the NFL not do that?
I think that's his case, that they're not doing that.
Well, no, they're saying, I think his case is that they're maybe for him personally, but the case of the NFL is that we need more black coaches, right? They didn't say we need more phenomenally talented black coaches. We just need more black coaches. If 5 black coaches got hired this week, everyone would shut the fuck up, right? Even if it was fucking the worst coaches in America. They just want black coaches. So I think you should have black attorneys if you're fighting that, personally. That's it. Right? Should have a lawyer from Honduras. Good point. Maybe have a Honduran lawyer. As far as the Flores situation goes, my biggest shock from all this with the Flores situation and the whole Rooney Rule, which was ridiculous from the beginning, my favorite thing is that everyone was so happy and joyous when the Rooney Rule got put in. The rule that you have to interview, an X amount of minority candidates before you hire a white coach. The funniest part of this is that 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whenever the fuck this rule was put in, we all laughed and said this is the dumbest fucking rule in the world, because you're still going to just hire the guy you want.
And the black coaches gotta be so upset, so pissed about if they have to fly somewhere to go to an interview, knowing that they're not getting the job, and still go through all this shit like they did with the Elway in Denver when they said they all walked in drunk and shit. Yeah. You had to go to that, wait an hour. These guys come in all fucked up. You're not getting the job just because of some stupid mandate.
It's literally fucking unbelievable that people actually thought this was going to work. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. That people thought the Rooney Rule was going to work is the funniest thing ever. Listen, if I want to hire fucking Bill Parcells as my coach, if he's coming out of retirement, or if I want to hire Andy Reid, I'll interview 400 black and Spanish guys. I'm still hiring Andy fucking Reid. And whoever the fuck I want to hire, I'm going to hire.
What's the worst possible thing that you could do to a rich, older white man?
Tell him what to do.
Tell him what to do.
Yeah.
So you tell him what to do, he's going to find a fucking way to fuck you over as many as you can. Sure, come over and interview, fly in, and then, I'm going to hire someone 5 days before and not tell anybody. But still come in. Come on.
Sure.
I'm going to appease the NFL. You're going to sit here and I'm going to listen to you and see you later.
The thing I'm the most surprised with is that writing "end racism" in the end zones didn't work. I really thought that was going to bring us to the end game. I was really positive that the big step that the NFL took this year of making sure to spray paint "end racism" in the end zones, I thought that was going to have a bigger impact than it did. I'm really shocked that we're still going through this chaos after every end zone in the NFL had "end racism" in it. So I think we need to swap out the teams. So instead of saying Chiefs and then "end racism," I think we need to flip it this year. And an end zone just says "end racism," and then we put the Chiefs real small on the top.
I think I think it should be highlighted even more. And I'm glad 100%. I'm going to go a little bit off topic that Whoopi Goldberg got suspended for 2 weeks, because you just can't say anything you want just because of your skin tone anymore. I'm sick of just saying whatever they want and then having no repercussions about it. I'm happy she got suspended. She apologized. She said what she said was wrong. She was ignorant on the subject. She wants to learn more, so she says. But I'm happy she's getting the suspension, and it's warranted.
Yeah, I actually am not happy she's getting suspended, honestly. I don't think she should get suspended. I think you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want, and people need to toughen up. Even though I hate Whoopi Goldberg and I hope she gets hit by a bus, I will say that I don't think she should be suspended. Even though I don't agree with anything that comes out of her mouth, I think cancel culture is the biggest problem in society right now. And even if you're saying something, or someone who I don't like from the other side saying something that I think is ridiculous and asinine, you should still be able to say that, and then people shouldn't tune into the show. If they want to fire or suspend her, that's on them. The station can do whatever the fuck they want. But I don't believe in cancel culture, even if it's against me on the other side, honestly. But anyway, let's get to, first of all, I want to give a college basketball bet. I know we're not going in order, but it starts at 3 p.m. So let's get this out now. I have a play coming up. Let me just pull it up here. I have a play coming up at 3 p.m. Missouri versus Florida. I really like Missouri in this game, shockingly. I know this is going to look a little bit uncomfortable. I'm just pulling up my notes here for you guys to pull on this. It's the only game in the afternoon, so it is one that probably we'll see a lot of action. We're looking at Missouri +6 right now, so that's where I want to go. One of the things I've noticed about this Florida team is they don't play very well on the road, and as we know with Missouri throughout their past, they tend to play very good at home. So if you just look at a small sample size of the last few games here, Florida, last 5 games, at home, they beat Oklahoma State. On the road, they got beat up by Tennessee. On the road, they got beat up by Ole Miss. Then at home, they beat up on Vanderbilt, Mississippi State. So lost their last 2 road games. You look at Missouri, who's a far inferior record at 8-12. Their last 2 home games, Auburn, number 1 team in the country, played them to a 1-point game, 55-54. And Texas A&M, who's also a good team, played it to a 3-point game. Then they went on the road and got pounded by a couple teams. So I think Missouri is going to be able to hold down to this. This is an odd start time, which should benefit the home team in this situation, not the team traveling in. So I like Missouri in the 6 here. I also think Missouri can win this game outright. So get in on that now. You got about 20 minutes to get down on that. 5.5, 6, whatever number you get is fine. But I like Missouri plus the 6 coming up at 3 p.m. plus a little sprinkle on the money line. So if you want to throw that in there, Missouri +6.
Yep.
You got it? Cool.
Yep.
All right, cool. So you want to get right to the golf, and then we'll get to the NBA and college basketball stuff?
Sounds good.
Let's bring in Price Wallace, who's been on fire. Price has been a fucking man amongst boys this golf season, up 35.7 units, I believe, already in just 3 tournaments worth of activity. So really fucking killing it over there. So let's bring in Price and get a little Pebble Beach update here. Price Wallace, my man, what up?
What's going on? How are you?
Good, bro. Good. You still feeling hot? You feeling like you're still running good here, ready to keep going?
I am ready. Even though I'm glad this is the last program. I fucking hate these so much.
Yeah, these pro-ams are not fun. I will not be making the same mistake as last time going with Phil Mickelson either. He's off my radar for a while now.
He's actually over in
finishing last in the last pro-am.
He took a money grab and went to Saudi Arabia to play instead.
Okay, good. So I don't have to worry about it. That's good.
Yeah, the Saudis ponied up like $30 million to take a lot of the top end guys.
You're looking sharp today, Price Wallace. You're looking clean. You look like you're going to apply for a coaching job at the fucking Saints or something.
I am actually working today since I'm off this weekend, so I came home on my lunch break to knock out this.
Doesn't he look all purdy, Healy?
It's the salesman at its finest.
I mean, he literally looks like he's about to go coach a high school football team in fucking Texas or something. And Friday Night Lights coming up.
It's like 45, 50 degrees, so I have to wear my coat.
Yeah. Looking sharp. This is what I want to see. All right. Looking good, feeling good. Let's see some good plays now. So before we do that, give us a rundown of the course, what we're looking at. It seems to be pretty similar to the last Pro-Am, right? You don't really need to be a long hitter on this course.
No.
It seems pretty open that no matter what type of game you have a shot to compete. So probably going to have some long shots pulling through here.
Yes and no. So for the numbers on betting wise, you got the 2 heavy favorites of now Cantley and Spieth since Zalatoris withdrew and Berger. So it's more fun to bet on the long shots than the guys who are in them.
Berger withdrew?
Zalatoris withdrew because of COVID.
Oh, okay.
But it's very much a around the green kind of course at Pebble. I think the small screen's on tour, and the putting won't matter as much this week like we saw happen last week with Zalatoris, because you have small greens, so it's not really much, to putt with. It's on POA. POA is kind of a bitch to put on anyways. It's like bumpy concrete. But it's going to be the same thing where it's approach shots in, and whoever gets hot with the putter and can handle the 6.5 hour rounds with, Bill Murray and Larry Fitzgerald out there playing with them.
Yeah.
But they're all easy courses. The hardest one, which is Spyglass, is still one of the easier courses on tour, just not as easy as Monterey or as Pebble Beach.
All right. So what are we looking at here? What are the best types of bets here? Obviously we'll do some outrights, but does this seem like a course where you like more the three balls, the matchups, the outrights, top tens? What are we looking at?
I really like some of the top 20 numbers. So a lot of the guys who I really like for the week have decent top 20 numbers. Probably my favorite one would be Matthew Neesmith. He's played here back-to-back years and finished 16th and I believe 11th, and he's still plus 370 to finish top 20. So you get guys like that. And you can find good matchups because it's the three balls are going to be really two balls because they have an amateur with them.
Okay.
So you can take advantage of like some of the guys who you have to lay a little bit more on the juice, but it's an easier matchup for them because you're only competing against one person instead of two.
Can't lay top 10. I like Joe. So I have two plays that I really like. They're chalk, but I just think the odds on them are good. But Berger, I'm all in on Berger this week. I think even though he's the number 2 favorite, didn't he win here last year? He won here last year or 2 years ago, and then top 5 the other year.
He won here last year.
Yeah, he won here last year. So I like Berger. I like it even more with Zalatoris out now. So I really like Berger at plus 1,200. I think that's good odds. And then I think Berger top 10 to be plus 115. Looking at his course history here to get plus money at Berger top 10 seems good to me. And then, you're looking at Cantlay. You can get both favorites in this one. Pretty much plus money for top 10. So either even money or plus money. So those are probably going to be where I'm leaning heavy. And then I like our boy McNeely again. I think I'm going right back to it. McNeely on this course seems like it should be a pretty good fit for him, right?
Yeah, he grew up in the area, has 2 really good finishes in back-to-back years. He's from Cali, loves this place.
So 2,100 on McNeely right now. I think those are some decent odds. What if we want to stretch down a little bit longer? If we want to get into like those plus 5,000, so we're looking at.
So my favorite over that would be Tom Hoagie.
I'm sorry, plus 50,000. My bad. Go on.
Tom Hoagie is probably my favorite middle of the range. He's done well here, and he finished 3rd a couple weeks ago. And then my favorite long shot would be Grayson Sigg. I think he's like 125 to 1 on most places or more. He actually won here not on the PGA Tour, but he does have a win here. And has 3 good weeks in a row, has good form, rates out well. And I think he's worth a shot if you want to take someone into triple digits.
What about Streelman? How's he grade out for you?
So he doesn't grade out well, but he fucking murders this course.
Yeah, you know me. I'm a BVP guy. So I noticed he fucking has been absolutely killing it.
He's been amazing here. And he plays with Larry Fitzgerald every year, and they make it a point to try and compete and win the pro-am part of it. So I think that's what helps. But he's been just fantastic at this tournament. He has 5 top 14s in a row?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was looking at Streelman top 20 as another one of the bets that I like, obviously with Berger and Cantlay. And I don't understand why the odds are so high. I'm having trouble understanding why I'm getting plus 200 at him top 20.
Probably because his form's been mediocre lately, but he's a guy who doesn't really matter. He can play poorly in January and come here and still do well, as you can tell by his track record.
What about your boy? Do you have Seamus Power anywhere? Reston Power?
I do. I have him and and the Hoagie and Sig I already put out on Discord. So I like Power this week. He doesn't have the best history here, but he's such a different player right now than he has been in the last few years. And so I don't mind him. I think he's 30 to 1 on my bookie. So I think he's a lot better player than what his history shows here. And I think him being close and then choking in the last round, you either go one or two ways after that. You either, you have to get back on it, or you tank. And I think he's a guy who's going to come back and rebound this week for us. Yeah,
Zalatoris, I want to basically kick in the face.
He cost me so much money on Saturday.
I had so much money on him at 33 to 1. I mean, we got hedges in and stuff like that, but that was just fucking ridiculous. That was ridiculous to miss that putt and then miss it again from like a couple, the same exact spot almost.
Yeah, I had like a $35,000 swing in DFS on the last hole. It was rough.
Speaking of, last hole, he's an asshole. So fuck Zalatoris. Anyway, Price Wallace, we will get the rest of your plays in the 4Deep Bets Discord. Sign up, 4deepbets.com. Price's plays are already in the hashtag. So appreciate you coming on, Mr. Wallace.
Yes,
And
sir.
may not only the courses, but your bets be green.
Appreciate you.
All right, later, brother.
Later.
All right, Mr. Healy, let's talk some NBA.
Yeah, so for NBA today, we're back on the hardwood, 9 games on the slate. Continue to be a plethora of injuries throughout the NBA. But nonetheless, a few player props that we really like tonight. The first one, I'm going to go back, target our New York Knicks from a three-point shooter. And for me, it's going to be Desmond Bane. We haven't had you in Discord using your Bane voice in a while.
this plane.
So let's on this very Wednesday, we're going to go back to Desmond Bane over 2.5 3-pointers against the Knicks, who allow the most wide open threes in the entire league.
I absolutely love that. You know I love the threes versus the Knicks too. So and we get to use the Bane voice. That's a very exciting part of the betting night. And if you guys would like, I actually did some research when me and Bill were doing a lot of first basket shit. And we did a lot of Desmond Bane first basket. I do like Desmond Bane first basket today, plus 800. Aber joining us. What up, Abes?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good, brother. What are we liking tonight?
We got another Spencer Dinwiddie night. He kind of killed us last night and broke everyone's heart, and I had to hear about it all morning. But that just makes me want to go back to it even more. So, I mean, you got to kind of trust the process here. I mean, we even got his points. I was expecting his points. So we got it a couple times ago. We got it at like 17.5. So after the bad night he had last night, I was cracking jokes about maybe getting it at 16.5 or maybe even 15.5. Well, they brought it in at 14.5 today. So he's been over that number 9 of the 10 games this year that Bradley Beal's been out. The only game he hasn't was last night. So he just had a poor shooting performance. So I expect that to be an outlier, and we're going right back to him tonight.
All right. So what are we doing? Points, rebounds, and assists?
I like his points over 14 and a half. I think
just straight points. Okay.
I mean, I honestly think it's all kind of in play here tonight. If I had to pick an order, I'd go points first, points and assists second, then points, rebounds, assists.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of hard to rely on the rebounds with him, I think. So.
All right. How about my boy? It seems like you have some interest talking to you a little bit earlier today. My boy, the GOAT, Ja Boogie, the fucking franchise, who actually currently has more points in the paint than any guard in the last 25 years in the NBA at 6'3", changing the game, as I said before. It looks like you like Boogie tonight.
Yeah, he's over his last 7 games, he's just been a completely different basketball player. He's literally on another planet. So they brought his points in at 27.5, which was kind of weird by itself. I was expecting a couple points higher. But he's been over 30 points in his last 7 games, averaging just over 35 points a game over his last 7 games. And he's carrying a 37% usage, which is an extremely, extremely high number for anybody that doesn't know. And he's playing in the Garden tonight, national television. It's a good spot for him to get out and showcase. And we know that they suck at covering the 3, so a little added bonus there. But yeah, I don't see him not getting these 28 points tonight. It seems pretty easy for me tonight.
Yeah, I mean, John, the Garden should be. I mean, you want to talk about a player who's built for this and lives for this. This should be a great spot for that. So we got Healy on Bane. We got you on John Morant. Bill, do you have anything on this game right now?
Nope, not at all.
Looks like a same game parlay possibility here. You guys gonna be throwing in some same gamers together with John, Bane, and anything on the other side?
Yeah, I can see that happening. I try to tend to stay away from the Knicks just because they're just kind of a disaster. Feel like every night when we're going out here, you're kind of just throwing darts on who's going to be the good guy here. Warren will have his random night during the week, and it's just they're kind of a mess for me.
Yeah, I usually just throw in Fournier threes if I need anything there when the Knicks are at home. Just banking on that.
We'll be building the same game parlay on the DFS show tonight.
Okay. There we go. Haley just dropped it. Company man. All right, and Aber, I want your prediction on NBA Finals matchup. What do you think it is?
Oh, I think it's hard to say the Suns aren't going to make it there this year, man. They're playing unreal. The only thing with them is that they've managed to dodge Corona this year. So every team seems to be plagued by Corona or injuries, and it seems that Booker and Paul have just kind of been good to go for the year. So that might be helping their record a little bit, but they're in general a pretty good team. It's either, I think my two favorites to win are either going to be Phoenix or I like Miami quite a bit this year too. So I think those two are my favorite.
Let's go. All in Miami. All right, Aber, we will see you gaping in the fucking chat later on. Appreciate
All
you
right, buddy.
brother.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys. I'll talk to you.
All right, later, bro. All right, Bill Rupp, what do you like in the NBA today?
Killed it last night. We had a lot of live stuff in the chat. We had the Spurs, and then we saw that going bad when it was about 14 points away. So we hit a plus 1,400, plus 1,000. We made more on the hedge than we would have on the parlay. Then we got the Bucks that you were in on too. 83 minus 135 was a fucking joke for that bet. I can't believe they put the Bucks. That was an account.
That was ridiculous.
I would love to watch one of those every night. That was an account dump. And then we came back with Patty Mills threes last night, which he just seems to hit every night, and they keep putting it at 2.5. So I'm going for that again, 2.5 Patty Mills threes. They keep putting it at 2.5. I'll just keep taking it because he's getting the shots. Durant's not back yet, so they need him as a shooter too. And I'll just keep hitting that until they change.
All right. Do we have anything from Ghost, Evan, or are we the hockey guys today?
We're the hockey guys, as always.
Okay. Ghost came in last night at like 2 a.m, hot. Like, hey guys, I think I'm going to be on the show Wednesday just because hockey's going on a break and I should go in there to give some information and picks for the final day. And they didn't even send him in. Right?
He didn't.
Didn't even send him in.
Nowhere to be found today.
Didn't even send him in. So you know what that means? That means it's time for us to give the hockey plays of the night. And we have fucking 5 games on the slate today. I know Brian Healy has done extensive hockey research preparing for this moment. So, Healy, I will stall and talk for a second while I allow you to pull this up and buy you at least 30 seconds of research here. Who are you on tonight, Brian Healy, in the NHL?
Yeah, I didn't have a ton of time to dive in, but what I've done is extensive research on the Calgary Flames third line, as we talked about on the show before. They're going to be featured in the late night window once again against a dreadful Arizona Coyotes team. I think the Flames light it up tonight. Going right back to my third line guy, Sean Monahan, to score at plus 295 tonight.
Wow. All right. Bill Rupp, I know you love some pucks.
I'm also on the Flames. Went with the old theory that the Flames are good and the Coyotes stink. So, you mark that with Islanders are good and the Kraken stink, parlay, and you get even money. Said.
Can't do any better than that, Bill Rupp.
Two shitty teams against teams that should win.
Can't do any
money,
better than that.
I'll take it all night.
Yeah. Evan Hand.
I'm going to go with an Islanders, Wild, Flames, and Oilers parlay, and then Connor McDavid to score anytime.
Wow.
Because
That's
Alex
a lot of
Ovechkin,
things.
Ovechkin just got put into protocols, and the Caps are not the same without him.
Wow. That's a lot of things right there. That's a lot of things. I was just going to go with the Oilers here, minus 134. I like the Edmonton Oilers, so I'm going to go with the Oilers minus 134 as my hockey play of the day. So there you go. If you guys like hockey, you got fucking 5 or 6 plays from 4 guys who don't really know too much about betting hockey, but tend to win a lot of their hockey bets on this show. I will say, Evan, we are definitely above 500. We are definitely way plus money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very disappointed that Austin Matthews didn't play today. It made it very difficult for my research. So from a research perspective, it made it very tough. Let's spend a minute just on the NFL free agency before we get out of here. So what do you think, Healy? Who do you think is going to go supplant Brady? Do we see Rodgers leave? Where's Russell Wilson going? Give me a bold prediction on what you either think is coming or would like to see coming for the NFL quarterback situations in free agency.
What I would like to see as an Eagles fan is I would like to see Russ Wilson in Philadelphia. I think that's a somewhat realistic possibility. I'm not really sure who goes to Tampa. I'd imagine they're going to walk into a pretty nice situation though, with assuming Godwin, Evans. I don't know if Gronk will stay, but if Godwin does stay, I believe he is a free agent.
Yeah, he's a free agent.
The whole team is. Like,
I don't think they can afford him.
Oh, they can't. Okay, so that'll be a tough spot then. If they're going to kind of just crumble and tear that team apart, it's probably not a good situation to go to. It's Denver is probably the ideal destination. Tough division, but a team ready to win now is probably the best scenario. So somebody like Aaron Rodgers in Denver, you're kind of walking into a really solid contender. That's I don't know if that's a long shot, but yeah, that's how I see it kind of playing out.
So do you think Rodgers leaves Green Bay?
I do.
Interesting. Bill, what do you think?
I don't think he can, because they're going to franchise. They're going to franchise what?
Adams.
Yeah, they're going to franchise Adams, and that was his whole plan, to go somewhere with him. So as soon as they franchise him, he'll decide he's staying there, and he'll be there one more year.
Yeah, I think he's going to stay there too. I've been saying it from the beginning. I think Rodgers stays. The big thing for me is Russ Wilson, because I think if Russ Wilson lands in the right spot, he's fucking MVP candidate right out there.
I don't think he goes to Denver, though. I mean, going from Seattle to Denver, does he want to play in that shit weather again?
I mean, if you look at the best opportunities, though, right now for quarterbacks, it is Denver, it's Pittsburgh. It's not really the sexiest weather places, but, I mean, you do have a lot of opportunity. If you even want to make a case of Minnesota, I've wanted to get their head out of their ass and get rid of Kirk Cousins. But I think Denver's the best spot. I think it's the best spot with the most talent for sure. I think Russell Wilson on Denver would be fucking incredible. You already got fucking ton of great receivers. You got a couple really good backs. Just unfortunately gave away Von Miller right before that. But I think Denver's the best spot. What about you, E? Any bold predictions on quarterbacks in the offseason?
Jameis Winston back to the Bucs.
Jameis Winston back to the Bucs. I don't mind that.
The Saints don't have enough money to keep him, and they just signed Taysom Hill to a $500 million contract. Yeah, so
Taysom Hill's making as much as like an NFL franchise makes. I love Jameis. I think any team that gets Jameis is immediately going to be fun at worst. You're immediately in contention, and you're immediately going to have exciting games, which is very hard to come by in the NFL. So I'm a big Jameis guy. I think Jameis to the Bucs would be fun. I think that'd be cool. I'd like that. But Haley, what do you think of that? Jameis to the Bucs.
I mean, it's fine, but who's going to be there, right?
We don't know. Yeah, I mean, the Bucs are totally wide open.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll see. Final words, Haley.
DFS show, same game parlays. We're building them there tonight, 6 p.m. in the Discord.
Same game parlay special edition DFS show today, 6 p.m. for Deep Bets Discord. Bill Rupp.
5:30, Rupp and Rackets, flagship show. Be there.
5:30, Rupp and Rackets in the 4 Deep Bets Discord. Evan Hand, final words.
These hockey picks are going to cash tonight. That's all.
Evan with the bold statement that the hockey picks are going to cash tonight. And I am Tommy G, and I will give my final words as Brian Flores is not black. Good luck. Thank you, Brian Healy, Bill Rupp, Evan Hand, Aber, and Price Wallace. Go get that golf in. We've been killing golf. My 2 plays, by the way, I don't know if I gave them out my official plays. Cantlay top 10, Berger top 10, and Streelman top 20. Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfuckers. Brian Flores is not black.
Let's go!